Hey, I'm Damianos. This is Left the Abyss. There's a lot of bad news coming out this year. Are you ready for some more? In 2008, the housing market collapsed, causing the Great Recession, where 10 million Americans lost their homes over the span of 5 years. Many of these victims of fraudulent business practices became homeless, and many of them were never able to recover. Their homes got purchased en masse and locked huge sections of housing into the rental market. The Great Recession has left a permanent scar on our economy. It's about to get a lot fucking worse. Even though we are already in a disaster of homelessness, this disaster pales in comparison to the hole we are currently about to step into. There is another residential economic crisis looming. We can see it. It is coming imminently. It is the great 2020 rental and mortgage depression. Yeah, we're entering a depression, like akin to 100 years ago depression, except this one may be worse. Makes you long for the days of recession. Earlier this year, we received a gracious shilling of $1,200. For most unemployed renters, this covered rent once. No more checks came. Unemployment checks increased, but it's now due to decrease again. There is no relief coming, and Americans have been unemployed and missing rent across the country. The plague is being handled with such incompetence that it's truly hard to believe, and the ramifications include, among the dead, at least 20% of the 110 million American renters are at risk of being evicted as soon as many of the moratoriums on evictions begin to lift. Many have been evicted already, but we're about to hit a brick wall of unemployment cuts combined with a pile of evictions ready to be immediately executed on 20 to 28 million American renters all at once, causing a displacement of people from their homes 2 to 3 times bigger than the Great Recession in a matter of months, rather than the years it took the Great Recession to reach its numbers. In many states, landlords are able to go through the entire eviction process, including the court hearing, which now requires internet to attend as the defendant, except for the execution of the eviction order. That pile is real, and it will all happen at once. The economic repercussions will have an effect on homeowners as well. Basically, our economy is running out of time before it entirely implodes, due to the limitations on basic plague welfare being implemented by the government. During this plague, 40 million Americans have lost their employment. Many of these people counted on their employment for health care. Not good timing, is it? Being removed from your home also isn't very good during a plague when the primary advice is to stay home. Those who still have jobs often don't get to stay home. Not good during a plague either. The plague is spreading rapidly with no signs of stopping due to these factors and many more, such as the very existence of it being a political opinion, and the people trading being safe and being responsible for some misguided concept of liberty. 145,000 are dead in America as I make this video. It's not getting better. We are not going to get any policies which help. We are so fucked by this because the solution is the government providing for the people, which has never been its function before. There is no infrastructure to provide for you. There is no precedent. They will not give you welfare. They will not give you health care. They will not save you. That will be the downfall of our empire. 32% of American households have missed full payments so far this month now. That's 1/3 of American households. People cannot afford to pay for their homes. Their checks have been desperately used. And that's not all. It's entirely possible that as unemployment payments get cut at the end of this month, which many rely on to make their payments in this time of joblessness, even more Americans are unable to pay for their homes. A dramatic increase in people who can't pay rent will happen in the coming months. Possibly up to half of Americans who pay for their homes every month may not be able to. We are not prepared for this. They are more ready to allow landlords to evict than forgive rent. Homelessness could be the future of America. That's half of Americans who can't pay for their homes every month. Is the American empire falling? It may be. Honestly, as Americans, you should be ready for it. This may be your fate as the government crashes the ship and stands on your heads as everyone goes down, thinking they're safe because you're going down first. When the empire they rule over evaporates from their grips, they will go down too. And that's all you can hope for anymore. This has been Left the Abyss. Thank you for watching. I legitimately hope you are somewhat financially secure. That is becoming increasingly rare as we continue. To help me get this message out there, please share this video. Like it, comment on it, and subscribe for more socialist demon. We're just starting out on this channel. It's okay that only a few are watching now. We will continue to create as a hobby and put in as much effort as we can. We'll treat my few subscribers as 1,000,000 subscribers. And we'll genuinely appreciate all of you who take the time to watch and subscribe. Thank you. Next week, we are traveling. We still plan on putting out a video for Saturday, but we will have to see what limitations we face. It may be a bit of a filler. Maybe I'll get Nix in front of the camera for a change. Either way, we'll do what we can to put something out. To those who will be around to see it, thank you for watching Left the Abyss, mortals. Subscribe! And see you in the wastelands.